A well-planned daily schedule can turn a chaotic day into a productive one. Your planner is more than just a notebook. It's a tool to help you organize, prioritize, and achieve your goals. So here is a detailed guide on how to map out the perfect daily schedule in your planner. And I'm also going to include some examples to inspire your planning process. So let's get into it. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. This is Marquita from AtHomeWithQuita, and here I share tips on how to plan a balanced life. So if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. So today's video is so exciting because number one is Freebie Friday. Hello. We love Freebie Friday, which means you're going to get to download a free insert in the size of your choosing. Usually it's the most popular sizes, so classic, A5, half letter, or mini. And in today's video, I'm actually going to be demonstrating how to use that insert by showing you how to map out the perfect daily schedule. Okay, so let's just get started. First and foremost, y'all, I just need to show you how beautiful this cover is. I'm so super obsessed with our hard covers. And y'all, we have created or started to use a new hard material. So yes, we love this one, right? This one is super hard, not very bendable, very sturdy, right? But the new one, the new material that we are using is even more sturdier than this, okay? I know, how can it get more sturdier? It already looks good. But we're excited about that newer material because it's just going to help it just stand the test of time and just hold up even better. So you're going to love it, all right? So let me show you guys the insert that you're going to get included with this video today. We love Freebie Fridays. You guys seem to really enjoy it. And I'm telling you, the amount of people that download the printable is insane to us. My husband and I we just are so in appreciation of you all. Just the fact that you guys show up for us. You watch my videos on a weekly, daily basis, sometimes depending on when I upload. And then you go to our shop and you download the free printable. I mean, we just love the fact that you guys are sticking around with us through the tough times, the good and the bad. We just appreciate all of you. So thank you guys so much. And I really hope that you guys enjoy this free printable. And as you guys see, if you've been following social media, if you're in our Facebook group, your girl has been creating like a mad woman. I'm just feeling so inspired right now. So check with our shop to see all the new inserts that we have available because there are so many. But this is the one that we're going to focus on today. I love this. It is so functional because there's a section for plans and then there's a section for you to be able to map out your day. So this is what we're going to use for today's video. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can map out your perfect daily planner. And it all starts with setting your intentions for the day. So before diving into any details, take a moment to set your intentions. So this is what you're going to ask yourself. What are 3 most important things that I want to accomplish today? Okay. You're also going to ask yourself, how do I want to feel at the end of the day? And then ask yourself, what non-negotiables are in my schedule? Okay, so as you can see with this particular insert, you have a little to-do list of sorts right here, which you could repurpose if you would like, and you could rewrite it, white it out, and use it for something else. And then you have a little focus section over here. So we're gonna first take the time to figure out what are my top 2 things that I need to make sure that I get done for today. So when I'm writing all of this in and I'm showing you guys an example of how to use this, I'm not going to use my actual real tasks. I don't typically daily plan. If I'm honest, I weekly plan. For me, sometimes the daily planner is just too much space. I don't need that much space. I just need a weekly planner and I need to map out my week. I don't typically go day by day or hour by hour. Okay. But I want to show you how to use this. And some people do love a good daily planner. And I just want to show you how you could, strategize on the best way to set that up. Okay. All right, so you first, again, want to set your intentions for the day, figure out what your top 3 are or your top 2 are. There is space for 2 things. And so something that you could write here, let's say you work outside the house and you may have maybe a project that's due. So you could put that here. So you would put project due or submit project or whatever works best for you. And then of course there's a little circle there for you to be able to check that off. Okay, let's say you're a mom like most of us and you have to do something pertaining to the kids. Maybe that is to check homework or check a book bag or something like that. Maybe that's of high priority to you. So I'm just trying to give you something work related and something home related. So maybe you have to check book bags, okay? And I know maybe for some that may not sound like high priority, but for some people it is. You know, mom life is very important. So I'm just giving you an example of, again, how to use this. You're going to map out your day first by figuring out what your intention is, what's your focus for the day, okay? The second thing that you want to do is try time blocking. Again, this insert is great because it has a spot for you to be able to time block your day. It starts at 7 and ends at 9. Okay, so it just gives you a little something, all right? So you probably want to have a morning routine. Okay, so you want to dedicate time to fulfill those tasks, and maybe your morning routine starts at 7 a.m. Let's just say, for instance, that's, you know, when your morning routine, that's when you get up in the morning. So I'm going to write morning routine. You could also map those tasks out to better identify what you do during the morning routine, but I'm just going to do morning routine. You also could color code this if you want it. So you would have your key with the specific colors for each task. And so that way this would be all colorful and bright. And so that way you would know, you know, you could better identify the group of tasks that belong together. If that makes sense. Color coding is awesome. All right, so you have your morning routine there. So again, we're talking about time blocking. Time blocking is so powerful. It's just a method to allocate specific periods for tasks. Okay, so divide your day into just manageable chunks to avoid overscheduling or under planning. All right, so morning routine, of course, would be the first thing that you would do. And then if you work outside the house or inside the house, doesn't matter if you work, okay, you're not a stay-at-home mom, although that is work too, okay, then you want to make sure that you have a work block. Okay, so let's say your morning routine probably shouldn't take long, so maybe it's from 7 to 8 or 8 to 9, and then you want to start your work day. Let's say we want to start our work day at 9 o'clock. And again, you could just put, you know, that it's your work block, or you could put those specific tasks that belong to the block, okay, to better drill down on how that looks. All right, I almost feel like I want to color code, but I'm going to try to keep it plain and simple for you guys so you can see everything clearly, and it's going to help you to better understand how to use this insert. All right. I know that there is a little spot up here for to do. So if you have more focus than just two things, you could also write that here, or you could split it up and say home top priorities or work top priorities. So again, that would involve covering it up. I almost think maybe in the future, I'm going to create a blank one. So that way you could write at the top, you know, how you want to use this particular section. All right. So just keep that in mind as well. So your work block, of course, and then you want to schedule in breaks as well. So you could have some time to recharge. So let's say you're going to start working at 9, and maybe because this doesn't go in half hours, you could kind of split the box like that. And then you could put that you want to take a break. Okay. I'm just, again, giving you an example of how to use this. All right. And then you have a evening routine, and maybe your evening routine starts at 6 p.m. So we'll do evening routine. Okay. We're going to fill this in as well with some other things. That way you can kind of see how that would look as well. But those are just the main things that you'd want to map out. Of course, your morning routine, your work block, and your evening routine. Okay, so we're start talking about time blocking as well. All right, you can also, again, use highlighters or colored pens just to kind of dedicate or differentiate between the categories like we talked about earlier. Okay, so 7 a.m. could be, of course, you want to wake up. And then maybe you want to do a little morning meditation or a Bible reading. Okay, and let's say maybe 8 o'clock you want to work out as a part of your morning routine. Maybe you want to do some skincare. Okay, and then you want to shower and have breakfast. Okay, so that's kind of how that would look. All right. Okay, and let's say during your work block you want to complete your project. So maybe that is at 10 o'clock, because remember I put break time at 10:30. Okay, and then let's say when you come back from break at 11, you want to respond to emails. Okay, then maybe at 12, you want to have lunch. From 12 to 1, and then maybe when you get back at 1, you have a meeting. Okay, so again, this is going to be specific to whatever you do. I'm just kind of giving you an example of what is the second step in the process, which again is to time block. Okay, we already talked about figuring out what our top 3, our intentions for the day. Now we're talking about really mapping out your daily schedule based on all of the tasks that you have to do for that day. And if that's done by the hour, you know that. Again, you know, if you don't plan by the hour, then you would just write in what the tasks are. They don't have a time to them. But again, we're talking about mapping out your perfect day. So that should involve some sort of time blocking, especially if you're trying to figure this whole thing out. You're new to planning and you just want to figure out what the best method is. You want to write everything in and assign it a time. Okay, there is a little spot right here for date, so you can write your date in there as well. Okay, and then you just want to work on tasks for the remaining of the day, whatever that may be. All right, and then let's say at 5 o'clock you want to run errands on your way home. Okay, and then maybe you have a hobby that you want to work on. Okay, let's say maybe during this errand you want to pick up some groceries. All right, and then as a part of your evening routine, you want to cook dinner. You want to watch a show. You want to spend time with your family. And then maybe you want to watch a show. All right, then you want to prep for bed and plan for tomorrow. Okay, so you kind of see how that all works. So second step in the process is to map your day out by time blocking. Again, also you can color code it if you feel like it would work well for you. It's just all a matter of your personal preference. But that's kind of how it would look. That's how your day would look. You know by the time exactly what you need to be doing or accomplishing during the day. You've got your morning routine, and you could technically highlight that if you just want to say, hey, I want to see, you know, what is my morning routine, evening routine, and work routine. And that would help you to better identify those periods of time. Okay? Well, all right, so now we're talking about step 3, which is all about prioritizing your to-do list. So I love the fact that we have a little list section over here. Outside of your daily schedule, you want to have a to-do list. Okay, so you want to map out some things that you know that you need to do that may not fall within a specific time period. Okay, and I recommend to prioritize it by urgent and most important. So it has to be done today, and then important but not urgent, which is you could schedule for later, and then urgent but not important, which means you can delegate if possible, and then neither urgent nor important. So you can eliminate those or defer them. And that's considered the Eisenhower matrix, and that's just another way that you can classify tasks. So again, I'm going to show you kind of a sample of how that would look. So let's say as a high priority, and you could put a little H here if you want it, but you kind of want to reserve that for you to be able to check it off. But I'll just put a little H there just so you'll know. Let's say you want to get the kids ready for school. Okay, and that is definitely high priority. And that could go on your schedule as well, technically. Let's say you want to pack lunches. Let's say that's a high priority for you. You want to help with homework. Okay, this is just mom life type of stuff. And then let's say you have a project that's due, because we kind of have that here. So we know that that's of high priority. Your book bag, you don't have to, of course, be redundant and writing the same things here in both places. I'm just, again, giving you an example of how to use this. So don't necessarily look at the information I'm putting here, just look at the process in which I'm sharing with you how to use this particular insert, okay? So high priority, let's say those are the high priority things. I like to also leave a couple of, maybe a space or so that way I can write some things in afterwards, okay? Let's say moderate priority or medium priority. Let's say you need to meal prep. Okay, you need to order groceries. Okay, let's say you need to plan some family activities. Let's say maybe you need to book a flight. So you see what I mean? It's just, you're just gonna put on there the medium priority things. Let's say you need to clean the kitchen. Let's say you wanna attend a school event or plan to. All right, and if it was occurring that day, of course, you would put it during that day. Maybe you need to plan it out. Again, it's a medium priority task. So again, what the medium priority task means that it's not urgent. It means that it is important, but it's not urgent. So you can schedule it for later, okay? All right, now about low. Let's add some low priority tasks. So maybe you need to do some laundry, organize something. Maybe you need to deep clean, maybe the fridge. Okay, maybe you want to do some meal planning. So again, this is going to look different for everybody. All right, and then you could also highlight that if you wanted to. All right, and then you could check them off as you're completing them. So by categorizing the tasks in this way, we can focus on what's critical while we also are able to manage time effectively for those lower priority items. Okay, so try to use this method for prioritizing your tasks. Again, the Eisenhower matrix-ish, that's kind of something of what I did. I just have low, medium, and high priority tasks, so that way it'll help me to identify what I need to do now and what I can kind of put off or delegate to others. All right, so step 4 in the process is to make sure that you include flexibility. So that's kind of why I left those 2 spots open there, you know, just in case I need to write something in that just kind of came up at the moment, because life happens and plans may need to shift. So you want to make sure that you leave a buffer time in between tasks just for unexpected things. All right. You could also use removable sticky notes, which I like to use as well. And that way you can kind of write in some things that maybe you think you want to do during that time. Maybe you don't know for sure, and you can move it around as needed. So you could kind of pop that in somewhere like, you know, here. And especially if you, well, not especially, but if you color code, these are great for that because they already have the colors here, and you could use this to create a key, and then you could use this in your planner. That way it will coordinate with your key and just help you to break things down even further and see them more clearly by that category. So it would be something like that, okay? I'm not gonna write on it, but I'm just showing you kind of how that will look in your planner. So these are really, really cool. And then again, you just take it and move it around. So that is another way that you can kind of build in flexibility, is just by not making it permanent and being able to move around things that may change. All right, so keep that in mind as well. Sticky notes are your friend. So use those removable sticky notes or even erasable pens, so that way you can easily adjust your schedule. All right, step number 5 is to track your progress. So throughout the days, you should be checking off tasks as they're completed, and that's going to help you stay motivated. So if a task isn't completed, you can reschedule it rather than just kind of leaving it undone. All right, so use a tracker, use symbols to be able to measure your progress. Check mark, stars, stickers, things like that are really going to help you to be able to identify when something's completed. It's going to give you that little extra boost of motivation to help you throughout the day, and then you'll be able to see if you need to move something, if you need to cancel something, if you need to reschedule reschedule something, you'll be able to see because it's not checked off. So make sure that you track your progress. That's really important. Step 6 is to reflect and plan for tomorrow. Okay, so at the end of the day, make sure to review what worked and what didn't and adjust your approach for the next day. Okay, so here are some questions that you can ask yourself. What did I accomplish? All right, what challenges did I face? And then also maybe how can I improve for tomorrow? And so you can maybe reserve a small section in your planner for this type of daily reflection, all right? So maybe you want to repurpose this section here and just write in some key things as mentioned in terms of reflection. It's up to you with how you want to do that. Maybe you just want to pop a sticky note on the page just so you could see, hey, you know, this worked, this didn't work. You can also, again, because you're reflecting and you're tracking your progress, you're able to see what didn't work. You're able to see what you weren't able to accomplish. Did you put too much on your day? Think about all of that when it comes to reflecting at the end of the day, so that way you can do better for tomorrow. All right, so that is it, you guys. That is exactly how you can use this insert to be able to map out the perfect day. They're very simple and easy to use. The front and the back is exactly the same. So you would use this for the next day. And it just really helps you to be able to see clearly what I have to do from a time standpoint, and then what do that doesn't have a time standpoint, that is just to-do list items, and it's categorized by priority. Okay, I also know my top 2 things, so that way at the beginning of the day, that's my focus for the day. I know that I need to make sure those 2 things get done. Okay, and then the other things are categorized again, so I know that I need to figure out how to wrap these things into my focus as well. But my top 2 things are these things. These things, yes, they are high priority, but I don't have to, I can stretch them out during the day. I just know I need to get them done during the day, okay? And then I have my hourly schedule, so I know by time what needs to get done, okay? So mapping out the perfect daily schedule in your planner is going to require some thoughtful preparation. I don't know why everybody wants to pull up now and do stuff now to make my phone go off. I usually try to put it on D&D, y'all, but today I didn't. Sometimes life be happening and I just let life occur. So let me do that so that it doesn't continue to bother us or bother me, because maybe it doesn't even bother you, but for me, it's just annoying. Okay, so again, it's going to require some thoughtful preparation, also flexibility and regular reflection. But by dedicating time to plan and prioritize, you're going to find yourself more organized and productive, while you're also able to maintain a sense of balance, which is what we all want, right? That's included in my intro of every single video. We want to have a well-balanced life. So if you're ready to create your perfect day, grab this insert, your planner, and let's start mapping it out. So again, it's Freebie Friday. You'll be able to download this insert. I think you're gonna love it. I love the simplicity of it. It's just so easy to use, so clear. There's not a lot going on. You just got your focus, your top to-dos, your plans, and you've got your daily schedule. Bada boom, bada bang. Okay, we love easy, we love simple, we love straightforward, and that's what this insert gives you. So that's it, guys. I've helped you hopefully to be able to figure out how you can map out the perfect daily schedule. I tried to keep it super simple by just giving you 6 steps. Okay, so just to reiterate those again, number 1, you're going to set your intentions for the day. Okay, your focus, what's your focus for the day? Then you're gonna start with time blocking, all right? Then you're gonna prioritize your to-do list and map it out by using the Eisenhower matrix to classify your tasks. So you've got urgent and important, so things that have to be done today, those high priority tasks. And then you have important but not urgent, which maybe you may wrap in with high priority. And then you have those urgent but not important tasks, medium priority tasks. And then you have those neither urgent nor important tasks. You can eliminate them or defer them, okay? I like to just keep it simple and do high, medium, and low priority. Right, then again, you want to include flexibility because life happens. That's why maybe you may want to use something like this, these sticky notes, so that way you can move things around or take it off if it doesn't happen that day, or you know it's not going to happen that day, or you just need a little more flexibility in, to be able to easily adjust your schedule. Okay, then remember you want to leave a little buffer in between things so that you can add to it it, just in case something unexpected comes up. All right, then step 5, you want to track your progress. So we want to see these little check marks so that way we know that we're getting things done, and that's going to help you stay motivated. And then step 6 is to reflect and make sure that you're planning for tomorrow. Again, you have a whole nother page on the backside. You could go ahead and start mapping out some things here if you know them. And that way that'll help you to be better prepared for tomorrow and on top of your game, a little bit ahead of the game. And that's going to be a great feeling. You also want to see what worked and what didn't. What did you accomplish? What challenges did you have faced? And how can you improve for tomorrow? Okay, so those are my 6 easy steps to be able to map out the perfect daily schedule in your planner. So I hope that those help. I hope that you were inspired in some way. I hope that you'll head on over to our shop and download this. Make sure to check the description below so that you can see all of the details on how you can get this insert for yourself. So thank you guys so much for stopping by today. I really hope that this helps you to be the most productive you that you can be, which means you'll give me a thumbs up because you enjoyed this video. You'll consider subscribing to my channel if you're new here. And as always, I would love it if you came back and caught another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.